Most men spend their entire lives wondering why they're invisible. They show up, they try harder, they do everything right, yet still get overlooked. But what if I told you it's not about looks, money, or smooth lines? What if the real reason women notice some men instantly and walk past others without a second glance has nothing to do with what you say, but who you are when no one is watching? The truth is uncomfortable because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Every woman you've ever admired has felt this energy before. It's silent, it's powerful, and it changes everything the moment you walk into a room. Most men will never learn this, but if you stay until the end, you will. Comment your location where you're watching from, subscribe to the channel for more life-changing truths. Most men misunderstand confidence. They think it's something you turn on when you walk into a room, something loud, performative, and attention-seeking. But real confidence doesn't announce itself. It doesn't rush. It doesn't compete. It simply exists, and that's exactly why it's felt immediately. When a man carries himself with quiet confidence, he sends a psychological signal that he is grounded, self-aware, and emotionally stable. Women are highly sensitive to this energy because it suggests safety, strength, and self-control without a single word being spoken. Quiet confidence begins with how you relate to yourself. A man who respects his own time doesn't over-explain, over-apologize, or chase validation. He pauses before responding. He listens without needing to dominate the conversation. His body language is relaxed because he's not trying to prove anything. This calm presence tells the room, I am comfortable here, and comfort is contagious. People instinctively trust those who don't seem desperate to be trusted. Psychologically, this kind of confidence communicates emotional regulation. It shows that you are not ruled by insecurity, impulse, or external approval. You're steady. You can handle tension without collapsing or reacting. And for women, this matters more than charm. Charm can be learned. Emotional stability cannot be faked for long. Quiet confidence reveals a man who has faced himself and made peace with who he is, and that creates attraction at a deeper level. Philosophically, quiet confidence is rooted in self-acceptance rather than self-promotion. It's the difference between being and performing. When you stop trying to convince others of your worth, you begin to embody it. You move slower. You speak with intention. You're okay with silence. And silence, when paired with presence, becomes powerful. It gives your words weight. It makes people lean in rather than tune out. This doesn't mean being passive or withdrawn. It means being intentional. You choose when to speak. You choose what deserves your energy. You're not reactive to every stimulus, every opinion, every challenge. That restraint is often mistaken for mystery, but in truth, it's discipline. And discipline is deeply attractive because it signals long-term thinking and inner strength. When a woman notices a man like this, she doesn't always know why she feels drawn to him. She just knows he feels different, safer, more solid, less chaotic. That's because quiet confidence isn't about getting attention. It's about holding presence. And presence is what people remember long after the conversation ends. The moment you stop trying to be impressive and start being intentional, everything shifts because the strongest signal you can send is that you already know who you are. Most men believe attraction is created by saying the right thing at the right time. But the truth is, what separates you instantly is not how well you speak, it's how well you listen. Deep listening is rare, and rarity creates value. When you listen fully, without interrupting or preparing your next line, you create psychological safety. And safety is where real attraction begins. Listening deeply means giving your attention without conditions. No phone in your hand. No wandering eyes. No silent competition for control of the conversation. It means you are present not to perform, but to understand. Women feel this immediately because most interactions are transactional. People listen only to respond. When you listen to comprehend, it signals emotional intelligence and self-mastery. You're not rushing. You're not trying to win. You're simply there. Psychologically, deep listening communicates that you are secure enough to step outside yourself. Insecure men need to dominate conversations to feel important. Secure men don't. They allow space. They ask thoughtful follow-up questions. They remember details, not as a strategy, but because they genuinely care. This makes a woman feel seen, and being seen is a powerful human need. When someone feels understood, their nervous system relaxes. Trust forms. Connection deepens. Thoughtful responses matter just as much as listening. A man who pauses before he speaks shows restraint. He chooses words carefully instead of reacting emotionally. This signals emotional regulation and maturity. It tells her that you can handle complexity, disagreement, and vulnerability without becoming defensive or dismissive. That kind of steadiness is rare, and it's magnetic. Philosophically, deep listening reflects humility. It shows you understand that you don't need to be the center of every moment. You respect another person's inner world. You recognize that meaning is created through shared understanding, not domination. When you respond thoughtfully, you're not trying to impress, you're trying to connect. And connection always outlasts performance. This habit also changes how women perceive your presence. Instead of blending into the noise of endless talking, you become the calm in the room. Your words carry more weight because you don't waste them. Silence becomes part of your communication, not something you fear. And when you do speak, it lands because it's grounded in attention, not ego. Women don't remember every sentence you say, but they never forget how you made them feel. And few things are more unforgettable than feeling truly heard. If you want to stand out without trying harder, stop speaking to be noticed and start listening to be understood. At a deeper level, women aren't drawn to a man because of what he currently has. They're drawn to where he's going. Purpose creates gravity. It gives your presence weight before you say a word. When a man has direction in his life, it shows in subtle ways how he manages his time, how he speaks about the future, and how little he needs external validation to feel grounded. This sense of forward motion is instinctively attractive because it signals stability, ambition, and long-term thinking. Purpose isn't about being busy or chasing status. It's about alignment. A man with purpose knows why he wakes up in the morning. He's building something: his skills, his health, his discipline, his vision. Even when he's uncertain, there's a quiet commitment underneath his actions. Psychologically, this communicates self-trust. You trust yourself enough to move without constant reassurance, and that confidence is felt immediately. Many men believe they must already be successful to be attractive, but women are far more responsive to trajectory than position. They're attuned to whether a man is growing or stagnating. A man who is improving, learning, and refining himself sends a powerful signal. I'm invested in my future. That investment creates emotional safety because it suggests consistency and reliability over time. Philosophically, purpose anchors identity. Without it, a man becomes reactive, shaped by moods, opinions, and circumstances. With purpose, he becomes intentional. He chooses what deserves his energy and what doesn't. He doesn't chase attention because he's already engaged with something meaningful. This is why purpose naturally limits desperation. When your life is full, you don't cling. When your direction is clear, you don't beg to be chosen. Purpose also shapes how you handle challenges. A man without direction collapses under pressure or looks for escape. A man with purpose adapts. He reframes setbacks as feedback. This resilience is deeply attractive because it reflects emotional maturity. It shows that you can handle uncertainty without losing yourself, a critical trait in any meaningful relationship. Women sense this even in casual interactions. They hear it in how you talk about your work, your goals, your routines. Not with arrogance, but with quiet certainty. There's no need to oversell or impress. Your consistency speaks for you. Purpose makes you predictable in the best way, and predictability creates trust. This doesn't mean having everything figured out. It means being committed to growth. Direction matters more than destination. When a man is moving forward, even imperfectly, his energy shifts. He becomes more grounded, more patient, and more selective. That selectiveness communicates self-respect. At the end of the day, purpose isn't what attracts women, it's what transforms you. And when you become someone who knows where he's going, the right people don't need to be convinced. They recognize it and move closer.